Use brand code.com.
Another session with the bros talk, where the beer's ice cold. Bros talk. Another session with the bros talk. Come and tell us what you know. Bros talk.
Yo. What up, world? What up, universe? What up, my peoples? It's your boy T-Broski with BrosTalk. I got my main man, King DanO.
What it do?
And we got the rest of the gang with us, man. What's up, players?
What's going
on, y'all? Yeah, man. Y'all boys, man, how y'all living today?
Another day, another dollar.
Exactly. Chilling, the sun is shining, it's looking nice. Washed the car today, feeling good, you know.
When don't you wash your car? You was probably washing it when the snow. You couldn't.
No,
wait.
I couldn't wait.
Couldn't
boy,
wait to get
boy,
that.
I was watching the weather. It was raining for like 2 weeks after that because I watched the weather like a week out. Like, cause I hate washing the car and then it rained a day or two after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you, man. That shit crazy because it took me like 4 days after to wash it.
No, I waited.
Yeah, my kids started drawing stuff on the side. I was like, yeah, I gotta go wash this thing. Then I did a half-ass job washing it. So
Yeah,
I ain't
I
tripping.
mean that's all I did was just knock all that salt and sediment shit off it.
Yeah.
The first time, you know what I'm saying? After the shit was over.
I still ain't washed mine.
At all?
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
I guess somebody got something.
What's ESPN got to say?
Yeah, what they got going on? Let us know. Breaking news right here. You about to catch some breaking news. Let's go. What is it?
What we got?
Something about the All-Star game.
All-Star game is tomorrow.
That's it?
That's what it's talking about.
Yeah, but the All-Star game should be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. What y'all think?
For sure.
Unnecessary. Rushed.
Yeah, I don't think they should have did it, but
You think they should have did a bubble for this season again?
No. But I think if you're canceling games and teams literally have missed weeks and people being protocol still, you don't add an extra game. If it doesn't make any sense. And then think about it. So like All-Star, these players have to go to the game where everybody else get a week off.
yeah,
Right.
everybody else chilling.
Oh, you know what happened? I just pulled my toe. I ain't gonna make that All-Star game.
Oh, yeah. But
But
remember that was like one of the things about having the Pro Bowl.
Thanks for voting me, but
Remember they was talking about having a Pro Bowl in the middle of the season, or not the middle of the season, but like during the season instead of at the end of it.
No.
You don't remember that?
Huh.
Am I just talking out my ass?
Do you remember?
Y'all don't remember that?
Nah.
Nope.
I think they were talking about like moving the Pro Bowl game up to before the Super Bowl or some shit like that. And didn't they do that?
Yeah, that's what it was before the Super Bowl. My bad. So
It
yeah,
used to be after.
it was yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
I think they should have
before the
made a
Super Bowl.
bigger deal out of like they waited too long to make a bigger deal out of like
Damn, I sounded stupid right there.
the
I appreciate
drills,
that, Lando.
the drills competitions and shit like that. Because I remember as a kid watching the quarterback challenge, and that used to be dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wishing they would do more of that. And then it took them 20 years to start doing that shit. They could have been had all of that.
Well,
shit.
they used to do all those skill challenges until I forget who it was who blew his knee out playing on the sand.
Oh
Out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
So who's liable for that then?
It's
Right.
shit in me.
it's gonna be
It's gonna.
shit right there. Yeah, right.
But yeah, man. So to get into, well, I guess we're gonna steer away from that topic and we're gonna get into today's topic. Dun, 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 dun. So we got my man's in the building with us, and had some controversial things go down, and this is gonna lead to other topics of today. But Cory, You first of all, you got threatened for a statement that was made on Facebook, and that's fucking ridiculous. But we'll get into that. The comment or the statement that was made on Facebook. Go ahead and state the statement. I don't want to misquote you or anything.
From what I took it down a little while ago, so it's the only post I ever took down. But so from what I remember, it said the only issue I have with white privilege is that people act like white people are the only people that have privilege. And to me, in my head, the way that I meant that, it really didn't seem that controversial. Because my head, well, I guess we'll discuss it first, how people took it.
Well, no, because that's your reasoning on what or how you felt about it is prevalent right now. Because the way you put it out is first, and then the way people perceived it is second. So, the way you put it out, what did you mean by it?
Basically, I just mean that regardless of race, there are certain privileges that people have. You know, there are rich people who have certain privileges that poor people don't have. That doesn't mean that white privilege is lessened or, you know, taking anything away from the fact that there is, white privilege exists. But I'm just saying that other people have privileges. I'm not saying they're equal to. It just, in life, people will have certain privileges that other people don't have, and that's just, I don't know. It spurred off of someone basically saying that white people are the only people that have any type of privilege. So basically, I was saying, yeah, well, I don't agree with that.
So when you say privileges, give me an example of, like an example of a privilege you feel somebody else has that a white individual doesn't.
Well, I mean, you just said the rich. You could be a rich black person and a poor white person.
So you're more on like a social status instead of a racial status.
Correct.
Okay.
So like, I think I use LeBron James' kid as opposed to a poor white person's kid, saying that LeBron James' kid will probably have certain privileges that poor white kid won't. That doesn't mean that LeBron James' kid will never have any issues with, you know, race and you know, dealing with the police or anything like that. I'm not trying to take away from that. It's just saying that he'll never have to worry about eating, where his meal's going to come from. He's probably going to have a car. He's probably going to have, you know, a pretty, you know, decent life comparatively to a poor Hispanic person, a poor white person, a poor, you know, and it doesn't necessarily always have to be black versus white. Asians have to score.
I mean, but how that, just because a couple of rich black people exist doesn't take away the fact that white privilege exists in society.
Agree.
Or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's even a threshold of like, okay, well now there's this percentage of y'all that have X amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So shit is now equal. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think that's something that's going to be attainable. You know what I'm saying? It's more just the way of life and in the way people, the decisions that people have available to them to make. You know what I'm saying? And not are forced upon them to make.
Yeah, and so for me, I feel like at that level, what I think a lot of people perceive from that, and just watching the thread before you so graciously deleted it.
I gotta tell y'all why I deleted it after that.
But just watching the thread, I think a lot of people, and I even still, like, and we had that conversation offline, was those two words, white privilege, together. Those two words have a significant meaning, and there's no meaning or there's no action or anything like that on the earth that trumps that privilege that I can think of. That's why what I was asking you was name another privilege. You know what I'm saying? And the ones you was naming, for me, they wasn't significant to the white privilege. And that's the only point I was making. But I know what point you was trying to make. Is he correct? There's other people outside of white people that have privileges that white people may not have. And it may come down to money. It may come down to a social status that you have. But when you put those words together, I think a lot of people get up in arms because of that word, white. Excuse me, those two words, white and privilege.
That's what the conversation is about.
But that shit does exist because...
But that whole conversation was about privileges, though.
But if you say white privilege, then that's what it's about.
But if you listen to
what he's saying, yes,
it's
to the
privileges.
What he was saying.
Yeah, it's privilege. You was asking about privileges or talking about and you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's the way
No. So to me, I feel like after I took it down, I wanted to put something up and just say, all right, let's try this again, and just be like, what is y'all's definition of white privilege? Because I feel like that.
Okay,
is completely pivotal in that conversation.
I'll tell you the perfect example, you know what I'm saying? Because this involves this. I'll tell you the perfect example because this involves like just common people. You know what I'm saying? This is true story. You know what I'm saying? 3 people riding in the car, 2 white dudes in the front, black dude in the back. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of them are dudes I know. You know what I'm saying? The dude driving is a drug dealer. He's got a bunch of weed in his pocket. He's driving on the way from one town to the other town to sell some drugs, you know what I'm saying? The person in the passenger seat has a gun on him, you know what I'm saying? He's licensed to carry that gun, you know what I'm saying? But he has a gun on him, you know what I'm saying? The person in the back seat has nothing at all. He's just along for the ride, you know what I'm saying? The cops come along, pass them, flip a bitch, immediately pull them over, you know what I'm saying? Pull the black dude out, search him. What's up? What you got? Where the drugs? Where everything? He doesn't have anything. He's honest as hell with the officer. He doesn't have shit, you know what I'm saying, on him. He's just riding along.
Yeah.
Cops let them go. Driver goes along, makes his transaction, goes home. Everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's white privilege, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even speak to the other 2 people in the car, you know what I'm saying?
The definition, is I'll read it for you.
Yeah.
The definition of is the social privilege that benefits white people over non-white people in some societies, particularly if they are otherwise under the same social, political, or economic circumstances. So that's why when you say that and then try to compare it to a rich kid, like it's not in the same circumstances because.
Right.
Because when you say LeBron James kid, if you put it in the same social economic area as this rich white kid, that rich white kid is still going to be in heavy favored.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He will still be discriminated against. So you just got to put them all. That's what they mean by that.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. It was like I said, I had a couple people direct message me, and everyone was respectful, and they were just like, hey, so this, and this, and I'd be like, once I explained myself, they're like, okay, I get what you're saying. So the whole reason I took it down was me and this one dude started going back and forth, and keep in mind I'm arguing with like 9 or 10 other people who have their own version of how they interpreted what I said, and I'm trying to explain to each of these people, what I mean. And I think there was 105 comments in like 45 minutes when I pulled it. Damn. I was like, wow, I've never had that many freaking comments that quickly. I was like, Jesus. But so I ended up pulling it because me and this dude going back and forth, and he starts, talking shit, stupid motherfucker, this and that. And so basically we was going back and forth. Some shit got said, and it led into, direct messaging. And, it was just, basically I'm gonna kill you type shit. And I was
Alright, but do you feel like that was a legit threat or just shit talking?
Okay, was it a disagreement on the topic that led to you guys going?
He felt that I said something about someone close to him.
In reference to the statement you made initially or following messages through? Kind of walk me back. In the actual post, yes.
When we were going back and forth, when I said something about him, he thought I was talking about someone that was close to him. He misinterpreted what I was saying.
Okay.
When I explained it to him after, the death threat, basically, which I don't know if it was. I think if I would have said something else, he was mad enough at that point. He was severe. He was severe enough to, be like, yeah, I'll do that shit.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
Y'all already squashed it.
But yeah, we ended up squashing it. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I'm trying to ask is, so you guys start off from your initial topic. You feel, on privileges, and he comes in with a disagreement. Would you guys continue to stay on that topic, and then he took something that you said from that topic in reference to somebody he knew, or then he started to get off topic and go more body blows and personal jabs?
Exactly.
Okay.
And extremely quickly. Like, it went from, we're talking about the topic right now to, all right, we're talking about fuck you, motherfucker, you dumb type shit. And then, like I said, he thought I was talking about someone else. And that's why I ended up taking down the post, because I didn't want anyone else to interpret what I said the way that he did.
Yeah.
And think that I'm talking shit or trying to, blast him out on Facebook or some shit.
Okay.
Also, to be 100% honest, keeping up with all the comments and arguing with 8 or 9 different people was exhausting. So it was kind of a relief to delete it. So, I don't know. Like, I meant...
You don't want to be internet famous, man? Out there just...
Not for the bad reason. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, this dude's a terrible person.
You guys...
I didn't really mean anything negative by it,
So the death threat didn't really come from a disagreement on the topic?
It did not. It came from a de-evolution in the conversation which led to and that on both our parts.
To egos not wanting to be crushed, so it was just two guys yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to back down because they're both just sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So I didn't do anything at work that afternoon. Nothing.
Exactly.
All I did was I was in my phone the entire time, and I was sitting here like.
See, so that's like right there on Facebook.
It's like Quagmire and who was it? Quagmire, Peter Griffin, Family Guy, when they in the movie theater texting.
Yeah.
Nice.
You never seen that scene? When they at the theater and they was texting, you sitting there waiting to get all giddy.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch Family Guy.
But see, like that right there, that beef, that threat, that shit is real. But is it like you said? Is what he said really warranted of those type of actions? Is there a situation where somebody is talking online and it results? I mean, even though it made results. But
but it sounds like his buddy took it personally. You know what I'm saying? Because Cory said something about something that happened like in real life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And once you start to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? People, because even though it's Facebook and it's your real life, you know what I'm saying? People live their life a certain way on Facebook, and then
certain expectations,
and they try to keep it looking one way or whatever, like they don't have any flaws or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring up something from the past that they don't want people to know about, they might feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of. I'm not saying that type of response is cool or no shit. I'm definitely not saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but I'm just saying
Facebook is serious. It
right.
can be
you know
used
what I'm saying?
against you in court.
You never know who you're talking to or what they might say or how they might interpret whatever you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's
on the internet, anywhere on the internet, not just Facebook, but anywhere on the internet. You know
and that's the part of I think that you can't, like, even on the text message, it's hard to relay how you feel through words without words type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that exclamation points mean that you're excited or animated about whatever. Capital letters all the way through, you're yelling, or you know what I'm saying? You put the emojis and shit like that, but even still, like, sometimes people misinterpret things. You know what I'm saying? But that shit leads to motherfucking death. That leads to murders, people getting locked up. Like you said, that shit is real. That shit can be used against you in a court of law. Depending on what profession you may have, your lyrics can be used against you in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to the next point. The Trap Boy Freddy Laugh Now song. We all seen that hoe, right? Yeah. What y'all think about it?
I think it's crazy that they put on wax so much information about themselves.
Exactly. It seemed like he just gave up the whole case. I hope he got a good lawyer.
Well, I mean, he got some money, so I'm pretty sure he got a good lawyer.
I mean,
Nah,
I
just
know like
because he got money.
they already got somebody arrested and all that, but they can't act like the case is just a closed case. Like,
Right. But even on the opposite side of that, like, what type of energy is that you putting out? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I mean,
they don't care about life. It's just
like even
what
when
they
we
in,
were
that's what
kids,
they
you know what I'm
living.
saying,
They
the
living
shit.
into
But
the
like,
fullest.
but even when we were kids, the shit that was out there, even like the gangbang and shit like that, like there was some super dark shit out there, like the murder core and shit like that, Brother Lynch and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, do you think it's just a different generation, a whole new level of savagery? You know what I'm saying? Because like, think about that. The dude from Alabama, what's his name? Honeycomb Brazy or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But are you saying that in reference to Trap Boy's song? Because wasn't the other guy rapping the same and
Like-
doing the same thing as well?
Yeah. See, so Mo 3 was talented. He was a better talent, a better artist as for music sonically. He could sing, he could rap, he putting his shit down. Trap got a different sound to him. So he's more of the gangster. He's more all gangster rap. Not saying Mo 3 don't do the gangster shit. He do the gangster shit too. But
Was he like? So apparently there was a beef, right? Trying to get
yes.
Right.
So
I
there's a
don't
beef.
even
So
understand.
Mo 3 was beefing with Trap, and they were both making threats towards each other.
yeah.
And Mo 3 ended up dying over the situation. And people are sad RIP to him, and you know, I'm trying to get understanding of the situation.
yeah,
You know,
that's what it sounds.
disrespecting
That's as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And so now Trap has made a song about
The situation.
the situation.
Yeah.
And people are upset because he's rapping about the situation that went on.
Right.
Would they feel the same way if Trap was the one to take the L? And
I mean-
Mo made a song, but he's the more talented guy. Would they feel the same way, or would they rock with it? I'm just trying to get an understanding of.
Yeah, because everybody
Well-
jammed that song about that Gucci wrote for the Jeezy disc. You know what I'm saying? Where he killed his partner Pookie Low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Go dig your partner up, man.
Right.
He can't say shit. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but see that right there, that's just music. When you make a dope song, people gonna jam to it. Mo 3 has a better chance of making, to me, has a better chance of making a dope song that people are jam to than Trap Boy Freddy.
But that shit
Now,
been going
Sonic-
down in music
Huh?
for years. That shit been going down.
Talking
for
shit?
years.
But yeah, talking
people,
shit.
People been getting called out. I like
But that's not
James
calling
Brown.
somebody out. This
James
dude.
Brown got called out by name.
But
on
that's
all
not.
records,
That's
you know what I'm
nothing.
saying?
He never said his name.
No, I'm saying somebody called James Brown out by name on record back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
In this situation, he talking about real life.
Okay.
And this is allegedly. This is just what I take. I'm not saying he is. He could be
Yeah,
talking
like-
about a whole different situation, whatever. But speculating, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, he's talking about that situation. Whatever. It's not just the average story. He looked at like now he's the bad guy. Like you said, if Mo 3 did this, or if it was the shoe was on the other foot, how would people feel about it? I think Mo 3 would probably make a dope ass song. He would continue to rise as he is, but he would also probably get locked up and probably be in fucked up situations in the streets a lot worse too, because I honestly believe that from all the research or everything that you hear about, Trap Boy Freddy is like a real live figure out there. So like, if that situation happened to him, something's gonna happen to it's almost guaranteed something's gonna happen to y'all. The people that have responsibility for it when it's found out, or whoever something's gonna happen. That's just how deep in the streets he is, or just the love these people got for him out there, because you see it all over the place. Like even when, you know, rest in peace Mo 3, but even when the situation took place, there was people out laughing, like literally on cracking up, like, man, Trap crazy, because he went on live and was like, man, the goddamn traffic on the highway backed up and shit like that. He making
Like I
jokes
saw
about
that,
it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But music, I think Mo 3 and situation would have been the same way. Mo 3 would get his haters. He would get his people that don't like him from the people that fuck
So,
trap.
but do people? But
But I just think Mo3 would make a better song than Laugh Now.
No.
Not saying Laugh Now.
Wait. So, do you think that that's what people want to see more? Like, is that what people want? Is more real life interaction or realness from their rap artists? You know what I'm saying?
I think
because when I was listening to a prior podcast, you know what I'm saying, you brought up this situation when somebody was talking about like artists like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole's Gangsta, you know what I'm saying, versus these two artists in their situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I don't see how that shit correlates, you know what I'm saying?
So the for me to answer that, well, I don't know what kind of question that was.
It's a convoluted question.
That to answer one part of it, which was talking about these guys, and do you think people want to see that?
Right.
Honestly, yes. I think that's why whatchamacallit has a big name, because all of the shit that he's doing now.
Oh yeah.
And everything like that.
But
Whatchamacallit?
Tracking.
So when that guy does his antics and then these type of situations take place,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the real shit.
Right.
I think people like all the beef.
Right.
Not necessarily the actions that happen. I think it just solidifies that person.
They like that energy because
whatever comes from it, like.
But the consequences.
I think it's more
wants to live. Like when I remember, I was in seventh grade. I was in seventh grade. September, Tupac died. March, Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? Niggas didn't want to go through that shit again. You know what I'm saying?
But that was
that shit. That's the same thing. That's the same shit. It's the same energy. You know what I'm saying? The records was different. The records were different. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same fucking energy. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm at that level. These guys wasn't at that level to say, like, the way Tupac affected you. The reason that Mo3 affected everybody, and I'm not, again, I don't knock anything. Rest in peace. But the reason is because of what we can see right now. You seen how he was. You seen the video. You seen the guy running down the street. You know what that gun does. That shit hurts your heart.
But you've seen that multiple times for the last 10 years over the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Where? From somebody that was meaningful.
No, what do you mean from somebody that was meaningful?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the streets don't care about shit. Bullets don't have no name.
We're not saying the streets don't care about. I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You're making an association between Tupac and that situation between now. I'm just saying that they're not on the same level.
That it's not the same. It's not a new sensation. You know what I'm saying?
Nipsey was the same way.
And again, that's that right there is probably the biggest it gets. People jumped on that wave the same way they jumped on Mo3 wave. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you see this shit happen, it makes a bigger difference. It makes a bigger impact. And that's what these people are seeing now. So I think everybody wants the Tupac Biggie beef without the end results. And the good part is, the entertaining part is, they may cross paths. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of it, when these dudes show who they really are, and these dudes really act on this shit that they've been talking about because they've really been about that, why does people change the eyes, or why is the image changed of that person then? Like, everybody's like, oh, Trap Boy Freddy's a fucked up person. He this, he that. Because this song Laugh Now, his song Hypocrite. When he's talking about what from his situation, he's talking about from his side. Why is he the bad guy now?
I don't know. I guess some people see that it might be like in poor taste or something. You know what I'm saying? But just to, I guess, like.
How do you feel? You feel it's poor taste?
Yeah, I would definitely do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If I was in some beef like that, you know what I'm saying, and shit went the way it went, you know what I'm saying, you would never hear about that shit on record from me. You know what I'm saying?
But don't put yourself in the situation. Just knowing both rappers and just talking about it. how do you feel about it now? Like you still feel like it's fucked up for him to release that type of song?
Was the song a good song?
Is it
First
fucked
of all,
up or is it?
was the song a good song? Do y'all think the song was a?
He, like I was saying when I was listening to it, you know what I'm saying? He's riding the beat, you know what I'm saying? He's a decent rapper, you know what I'm saying? But it was just this song, this
So
certain
fucked
topic,
up
you know
or
what I'm
is it
saying? You know
dumb?
what I'm saying? And the video, you know what I'm saying? The optics, you know what I'm saying? The whole visual, like, it's meant to be disrespectful. It served its purpose. I'll say that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's meant to be distasteful, disrespectful. Fuck you, fuck your feelings. This is how I'm living. This is how I'm making moves. You know what I'm saying? So, on the real, I guess I have to commend him on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
people love Tupac, and he got real disrespectful.
Hit him up.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
your bitch, you fat motherfucker. That shit was live though.
And granted, it's after a tragedy, and once again, you know, all respect to everybody and rest in peace. You know, we don't mean no disrespect.
Hell
We're
no.
just talking on the topic of it.
Yeah.
Corey, what do you think? You feel it's a fucked up song, a dumb song? How do you feel just on the song?
I mean, I like the song.
Me too.
It's a good song. Like, I like the beat and everything, but I mean, I'm kind of with Lando. I wouldn't say that shit. I think it's fucked up, but
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean, it ain't gonna stop me from listening to
But
it.
but say for instance he has nothing, and again, all this shit is alleged. All these people talking about.
hell
I
yeah.
just seen-
If I ain't got nothing to lose, and it might help my image in the rap game,
I'm not
then
even
I
saying
might-
that. I'm not
yeah,
even saying that.
then
I'm
I
just
might do
saying,
that.
what
No,
if the
but-
image is portrayed that you got something to do with it, so you capitalize off that moment to make it seem like shit.
But
Okay, I'll
there's
think I
a
got
certain
something to do
aspect
with
of the rap game that's kind of like K-5, like of the wrestling. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can get away with it and pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Like it's niggas out that are rapping that you think are rich that are not rich. You know what I'm saying? You
Name
know what I'm
one.
saying?
So there's people out here talking about murder who not
Right.
murdering folks.
Right. You know what I'm
Name
saying?
one. Yeah. See.
Name what? Somebody who said they rich and they not?
Yeah.
I don't even believe people pops.
And then you
Right.
just said somebody out here murdering folks and
That's
they're
what
not.
I
Name
said.
one.
There's some people who could be rapping about murdering
So
and they're
name
not.
one.
Right.
I know one.
Who?
Whatchamacallit. I'm gonna leave it at that. But man, just to get off that topic,
Eminem,
I don't know. You don't know what that guy did,
he be rapping about killing people.
and you don't know what that guy
Same.
did.
That's
Stan,
Speaking of him, they're coming for him now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the sudden fascination again with Eminem?
Him and guess who else? Pepe Le Pew.
Talking about the girl.
Yeah,
even
hey,
if it's
Pepe
on
Le
time,
Pew's
Pepe
been
Le Pew?
freaky.
They trying to get him the fuck out of here.
the
They
cartoon
said-
character,
They said
and he was sexually
He
aggressive.
raped
They
Though.
said he
Yeah,
helped
that's a-
create the rape culture.
He was like, but he was smooth with the rape.
He
though.
was not.
He was
He
smooth
don't
with
take
it. He'll
no
come with a
for
little
an answer at
flower.
all.
So
You know what I'm saying?
That boy all
Well, okay, after that, he wasn't as smooth. He was smooth
Yeah.
with
You got the wrong impression
aggressiveness.
off of them cartoons, my friend. You know what I'm saying? That man.
I'm talking that shit from an older perspective.
That man was
There was
straight in
times
the
where I
wrong.
literally watched and I was like,
What the?
damn.
I mean, he was aggressive with it. He was aggressive
always
with it.
aggressive.
She
So what
was
y'all think about
literally
Johnny Bravo
saying,
then?
No. And he's
From
just
the
like,
very
stop.
first inception of the cartoon, like all it was just a different setting. Every time was just a different time and place. But she was always no from the very beginning. Like he'd walk up like, oh shit, look at this badass bitch. And she'd be like, nah, nigga. And then he'd be
Come
like,
here.
but come on, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
That's what I'm saying. He was just aggressive.
Yeah.
So looking at it as a kid, he was just. I didn't really like Pepe Le Pew. He was a character that I had to watch. 'cause
It's
I liked
not many kids that
Looney
I know
Tunes.
who's, if you say who your favorite character, they say Pepe Le Pew.
No, nobody's gonna say that. He's not the guy. And
Most
plus,
kids
he's a
gonna say
skunk.
who?
He was stinky, but everybody knows he was super aggressive. We all know that.
Right.
So,
And
what do you
plus
think
everybody
about
knows
Johnny
Marvin
Bravo?
Washington is the best. You know, so
Was
He's
Johnny
the same
Bravo
Same
aggressive?
way, yes, yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, same way.
But did that show not also promote strong women because they was always beating the fuck out of them? Right?
Well said, sir.
See? Everyone was like, oh, that show is sexist. Yeah, against men. Y'all looking at it wrong, man.
Oh, okay.
See how they have each other's back?
Yeah, man. That's
That's
cool.
how you fight.
That's cool right there. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Hey man, we need to put some. They need to remake Johnny Bravo. No, they don't. Leave it as it is.
Yeah, they need to stop remaking shit and just come up with new ideas.
Have you seen the new Lola Bunny from?
No.
I don't like it.
Somebody said she been smoking cigarettes.
She looks
What?
stressed. Her body's
They said
stressed
she been
out.
smoking cigarettes.
Like, she don't have no
It's 20
body.
years
Her
later,
hips
man.
gone.
Yeah, they.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
All
30
that
years
gone.
later. When did Space Jam come out? 90.
95, 96.
Yep. So yeah, we're
Something
going
like
by
that.
25.
Let you disrespect Bugs Bunny.
They gave her the opposite of the Pixar effect. The shit just.
What's that? What is it called?
You never seen all the Pixar moms got them fucking big ass.
Oh yeah. The
Wire ass
slim
hips
waist.
and shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's is that sexual in cartoons? Do you think that's just like the art of curves? Because if you look at like Whoville, all their houses is like shaped funny ways and stuff like that. So like I assume that visually those lines do something for you, and that's why not like sexually, but like just visually, mentally stimulating. That's why those lines do that. Why do you think so? It's just
I think you had it right the first time.
It's just all
You said
sexual.
Not sexually, I think, yeah.
everything's. So
Nah,
they
no.
put them little.
I wouldn't doubt it though.
Incredible
Yeah,
mom.
give the father something to look at while they're sitting there watching this.
Whoa.
That's crazy. I mean, that was a topic on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah,
They're discussing what they try to sexualize the women in cartoons.
yeah. So why build a woman like that in a cartoon?
Because there's a lot of dudes that are
Yes, you
very
gotta
much into that.
yeah,
Like,
anime weird shit like that. I don't
Yeah,
know if I call it weird,
granted, yes, yeah.
so like,
I mean-
why sexualize them that way? Because honestly, you can make that same cartoon with her with a normal figure. It doesn't have to be the small waist and wide hips and.
I guess it comes from actual drawings, though. Like when you're creatively trying to
Create.
when you're trying to draw on a piece of paper the difference between a man and a woman. The only way you can really do it is
Putting the features
putting the
on.
curves on, putting
Yeah.
the features on it. So if you have a large man, maybe you still have. Now he has a big, broad chest.
so how would they draw gender fluid people?
I'm not getting into that.
That
You put them in a costume, like superheroes. Come on, see? Look, I didn't want to get into.
Oh shit!
Like Mexican wrestlers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Luchadors.
Luchadores. Motherfucker Rey Mysterio. Nah, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. But Nacho Libre, that shit was hilarious. If y'all haven't seen, and these young kids don't know shit about that. Nacho Libre. Man, what about that show with Will Ferrell? The movie with Will Ferrell where he was speaking Spanish. Mi Casa de Padre or something like that.
I only seen it. I
You
only
never
saw,
had
I only
it?
saw it one time. You know what I'm
What?
saying?
Never
But
saw it.
Yeah, that's back in the day when
Yeah.
he was getting 5 for 20.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell got
Barbershop,
some-
fresh
yeah.
cut. I come back.
Man, what happened to the bootleg man? Oh, I know.
Everybody can download it.
Yeah. Streaming.
Yo, I'm
Streaming.
tired of all these different services, man.
Yeah,
You know how many?
exactly.
I got Hulu. I got.
Exactly. I'm not
Other
trying.
things,
I'm not trying
like,
to sign
it's
up
too
for
much.
shit else.
No.
I'm not buying shit else. I'm not doing like. If Hulu didn't come free with my phone, I wouldn't have Hulu. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking to buy that shit at all. I wouldn't like.
We got.
It's too many of
You
them.
got it?
shits.
Do you guys
Hulu?
watch?
Yeah.
Do you use all the services that you have, or
Yeah.
so you use all of them? So
'Cause
is it worth
we-
the money?
Yeah,
we got
if I
rid of-
have it, then I utilize the fuck out of it because
So is it worth your money, or
So far, we
I don't
stopped.
even have cable, I just
We used to
stream
pay
it.
for DirecTV, so we stopped with DirecTV.
and just go straight stream service?
So we got like Netflix, Hulu, Funimation, Disney Plus, Amazon Plus, because they have their own.
Now, do you watch live sports? Do you care about sports?
So that's difficult, but luckily there's what is it? It's
ESPN
like
online.
WorldCup.me, and it has pretty much any football game live. So that's how I got to watch all the Green Bay games, which usually wouldn't be aired anyways.
boo.
So you want to broadcast that?
Just blow up the spot.
Yeah, big Green
just-
Bay.
For real.
Big Packers.
Boo.
Like a Packers. Boo.
I'm not even adding that in. That just happens every time you say those two words.
I'll just randomly, when we're having a good conversation, pepper it in there.
Well, sports wise, that leads me to KG, man. So he came together with a group of brothers, or a group of people, shall I say, and I don't know if it was brothers and sisters. That's why I said a group of people,
They were.
but group of people that wanted to make a purchase of,
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
and they was denied access. Now, do we have reasoning on why they was denied access?
There's no reasoning
So-
behind. He just says the rumor around it is bad blood, bad history. He just doesn't want to sell it because of personal vendettas.
He doesn't want to sell it. The owner of the team doesn't want to sell the team to that group of people because of personal vendettas with KG.
Yes.
A guy that played how many years on that squad?
Well, I mean, if it's a personal vendetta, there's not much you can do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if it's a bad business.
This is what we're going to get to is for somebody who helped build that franchise and help build the value of that team. Because when you look at the NBA, it is a business. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You have players and you have owners. So you guys are equally building the brand of the NBA. So why wouldn't your partners have first rights to buy into the business? Why would you bring outsiders in if it's a partnership? Why are they being denied access?
Who looks at it as a partnership? Because if I'm
It's in
if,
the contract. It's,
what's
that's
a
just
partner?
how it is.
What's in the contract to be a
Is,
partnership?
so when you look at the NBA, it's broken down on revenue.
Yeah, but I'm saying who's the partner? Who said that the team allowing said person or wanting said person to sign a contract is a partnership between the team and that person? Because from what I know, they look at them motherfuckers as employees. They
They're
work
partners.
for
That's
that.
the reason why they can. That's the reason why they can. Well, now I think about it.
They're not. To me, I don't think they look at players as partners. That's exactly why you don't get partnership treatment. You want to be considered a partner. Work that shit into your contract.
So why do they revenue share?
Revenue share with who?
They revenue
Stockholders.
No, they revenue share with each other.
with the players.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's literally, it's 50. I think it's 51.49.9, or 50.1 and 49. You know, whatever it is, 499. That's what they literally revenue share. That's what they have lockouts about. They have labor agreements about. So if you're going to labor agreements, aren't we partners?
Is that the players as a whole or
Yes,
the individual?
that's players as a whole. That's the whole players association. The players association is in a partnership with owners,
The players association,
which
the players,
includes
not.
Yeah.
all the players.
Yeah.
But
Every single player in the NBA is represented
NBA
by the
association.
players association, which is in partnership with NBA owners to create the NBA.
That doesn't mean that they're equal, though.
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not saying they're equal.
Right.
They're partners.
Right, exactly.
So why wouldn't your partners be able to have the right to go buy in the business first if you're partners?
Well, again, I don't think they consider them partners.
I
you
think
can
no.
say that's-
I think that's a different. I think that's a different club. You know what I'm saying? Like the owners are a different club, and I think, like you said, that there was something more personal there. But I think that really in any sport, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot harder for a player to buy a already established professional league team. You know what I'm saying?
But that wasn't a player trying to buy. That's a group of people.
That's
Well,
just like,
but
that's
still
just like
being
Ray
led
Allen.
by-
Ray Allen's
right.
trying to put a team into the
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yes, he's trying to bring a team back to Seattle.
So it goes back to what you're saying. When if they're trying to get another franchise, should it be
Right.
a player, a
That's
future
a-
player, or
But
shouldn't they get the first bids to it?
but go ahead. That's the next point. But go ahead, and continue your point, Lando.
No,
Oh, that was your point.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So should they get the first bids to it, Why?
Yeah, if they got the whatever it takes, you're like, hell yeah, it's a
Yeah, if they have the
like,
financial means,
If they have the financial
backings behind
like,
it.
Yes, but
I
I'm
don't think that there's no reason that they should get like preferential treatment. Like, oh, you played 6 years in the league, so now you're eligible
What
to buy
about
a
like
team.
Ray Allen,
Like,
where he's known?
like I'm
for-
like, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's just like Walmart. Hey, you work for us. We're gonna give you some. Part of your stuff we're putting in stock to buy back into the company to have.
Yeah, but that's different from saying I want to buy Walmart. I want to build a Walmart.
Right, you're not
It's
buying.
not like,
that's
yeah,
an individual. Like,
Hey,
you
I've
can
been
put
wanting
a-
to. I've
you
been
can put a
working
Walmart
for
anywhere
Walmart.
and know that you're gonna fuck up the entire market for like, you know what I'm saying, 3 counties. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but why not? If you have a group of players who work for you, and they can get a building and get this, why not give them that opportunity and afford them? Give them first the rights.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think teams really change hands as often as you think they do.
They don't.
For that to be a train of thought. You
I
know what I'm
understand that,
saying?
but like expansion teams.
Like, I understand that players would have knowledge of the player side of the game, you know what I'm saying? But I think what needs to happen more is more partnerships with players in the front offices and coaching and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that they can start to do the things that you're like you're saying, you know what I'm saying, from another angle, you know what I'm saying? Just take over from the inside, you know what I'm saying? And not be this, hey, we're like, we got the money, you know what I'm saying, but nobody really is trying to let us.
So never give us a chance to
you're
own anything.
That's what I was about to say. So you're saying they should be coaches in the staff.
Always be workers. Never own anything.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's not what I'm saying at all. You know what I'm saying? Because, like,
Get it together, baby.
no,
Get it together now.
I'm floating a little bit, but but what it sounded like you were saying was like I know with the Kevin Garnett thing, like the only barrier it sounded like to me was it was a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? And you were saying just that because he was a player, he should be able to put a bid in off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really feel that because what does an NBA player actually entail? Like how many games you have to play or to be able to say, okay, now I can own a team? Like, is it 32 games? Is it a whole season? Is it you have to win a chip? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I help no matter what time I put in. I help build this league, regardless of how you look at it. I jumped in with I'm representing.
So now me and my business and my bid gets to trump whatever else is out there in regards to owning this team. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how, you know what I'm saying, whatever my
I think that you should always look inside your own company and give them the rights before you look outside. Yeah.
So how do you present that information to people? As if you was an owner in that shoes, how do you present that information to your players? So you feel that that's right to present, hey, said team is coming up on big time, we're going to sell team, or if you want to buy the team, well, how do you present that information to players?
What are you asking? Like, the information is out there. Hey, this team is up for bid. It'd be just like Ensign. At time.
I'm saying, so you're saying that players should have, okay, it's public knowledge, okay, team is up to bid or whatever is going on.
Or even do a personal
like
inside.
a couple years ago,
hey,
a couple years ago when the Clippers went up for sale and what's his dude and that dude bought him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think a couple players should have been able to be like, well, hold on, before y'all even listen to that nigga, you know what I'm saying?
That's what
we got a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Right. I think it should be something like the Rooney Rule. Give the players the opportunity to present something first. Because for a while before it even goes up to the sale process, it should be like a Rooney Rule.
Oh, okay. So in-house application.
Just like the same, hey, a new job is
you got
open.
45 days to in-house application. Outside of that, we're going to go outside.
You can have stipulations. You can't be an active player, of course.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You have to be retired.
Time out, we're going to cut that off because the NBA somebody might be listening to this and they're going to take our idea and we ain't going to get paid from that shit. So if you heard this right here, go ahead and holler at us, BrosTalk. You're going to holler at any one of us and shoot us our bread so we can... Huh?
Yeah.
You said you'll pass?
No, I said my bad.
Oh, yeah. I thought.
No, I'm just trying to understand. It makes sense, you know what I'm
They do
saying?
make
But
sense,
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I dig it. You know what I'm saying? No. Because like once you fully flesh it out, you know what I'm saying. Especially the in-house aspect of it, because you have to also think like the Players Association, the NBA Players Association, would have that knowledge before the public would have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then that would also enhance the aspect of, hey, this is happening on the bubble. We need to make this happen so that we can have some muscle. You know what I'm saying, in our favor. Like you never know what like owning a team like. Can change some things for the player aspect as well. You know
exactly. So you let a player that's being quote unquote mistreated, underpaid, whatever. I mean,
it doesn't even have to be that because Jordan owns the Hornets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. But he's a different player. He's a different player though. He's a totally different player. Like so, he was in there when shit was grinding. So his understanding of coming up, you got to shine your way to greatness, regardless of what. Yeah. He worked his way to greatness.
Okay.
And the reason, the only point I'm trying to make is, what if a player, LeBron James, comes in with a mindset of take care of the player versus basketball first. Take care of the player.
I mean, I understand that.
Just check this out. But you change the whole parallel of being a basketball player. Only on this team do you get treated as such. Only on this team do you get X amount of years get you a stock in the company, a stock in this, or a ownership of the company, so to speak. Whatever it is.
No. I understand what you're saying from an emotional aspect, but
not emotional. That's business.
But I'm saying what I'm saying from a business aspect, it sounds. But what some people may be lacking is the financing or the long-term financing, and just in a business mind frame, they're still amateurs among the big dogs, you know what I'm saying? Just because they have this, well, I played in the league stamp, you know, doesn't mean that they you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's take a different stance. So let's talk about what KG means in Minnesota. So
yeah,
I'm glad you brought up
definitely.
LeBron. I'm glad you brought up LeBron. If you don't think LeBron James should get the first right to buy Cleveland Cavaliers after he retires and Daniel decides to sell that franchise, you're insane.
Right.
Because the money he made for Cleveland is through the roof. Yeah. KG is the same exact way to Minnesota. Minnesota Timberwolves was a failing franchise, probably would have relocated, and the owner probably would have had to sell. KG came in there, made him relevant, made him a boatload of money.
And that's my point. Like, so on his application, he puts X amount of years of basketball. But internally and externally.
But hold on, but wait a second. But what about? Hold on.
Hold on. Go ahead, Corey.
Is it only when they completely transform the franchise that they're able to reap the benefit?
That is an emotional aspect of it. I'm just saying,
because then it's a very select group.
That kind of leads to what I was saying earlier about, well, what do you have to do? Like, what is the threshold to meet before you?
And this is my point behind that. LeBron James is at the threshold of whatever the threshold is. He's there to able to make that decision.
But on the flip side of that,
but if he be a player or a owner, shall I say? And he takes over ownership of a team and he transforms a team within a league, meaning that you get quote unquote special treatment for playing for his team. Whether it's you play 10 years, you get 1% ownership of the squad or of the team itself. You play 20 years, you get 2%. Whatever it is, he can change the playing field for a lot of people. So these situations that you're saying won't matter. So you won't have to have, oh man, you broke 10 records, so yeah, you get first dibs at the team. No, you played in the league for 12 years. That was successful enough to get you an ownership within this team. So now you may not be a owner, but you can get some type of look at the paperwork and see how shit is going. So you can build your own team and buy another team or bring in another team, as Ray Allen wants to do. That's all I'm saying. There's a different perspective if a player gets in there, and that's what I think the owners are scared of, is that change right there. Because right now you got a quote unquote good old boy club. You know who the fuck is coming in, when they coming in. You damn near got a
Where all the
selection.
money going.
Yeah, you damn near can pick who it is. Hey man, I don't really like that dude. No, I don't really fuck with him. Let me go talk to big dude up here. What's the commissioner name?
Commissioner whatchamacallit.
Well, yeah, we'll leave him at that. Magneto. That's who it is.
Just trying to maintain the culture, without having. I agree. I think that's
the club.
really what
You know
it
what
is.
I'm saying? Because that's what I was gonna say.
Like,
Like
we
eventually, like their whole fight is they've owned it, just like you said, during the bullshit years when nobody was buying tickets. You know what I'm saying?
But when was that?
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but
When was
Like,
that?
they just
Free Jordan?
like they all
Cream?
yeah, when they were begging people to come down, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they wasn't
trying
paying
to-
them dude shit.
but let's
They wasn't making money. Like
hey, can we wind it just a tad
Bullshit,
bit?
fool. They was
So
selling.
when we talk
Time out,
about
hold on. They was selling out fucking stadiums, pre everybody. So who wasn't making money back then?
not everybody, you know what I'm saying?
The players wasn't.
The players wasn't
The players
making, like,
wasn't making
like,
nowhere near
before
what
LeBron James
Lillard
before
fucking got.
LeBron James came to Cleveland, nobody wasn't going to go see no fucking Cleveland game, nigga. Like, come on.
well,
Oh, you got a
surprised.
point. What was your point? What
You
was
had
your
your
point?
diehards.
Remember,
You had your
remember Jordan
diehards.
did the shot against Cleveland, so Cleveland wasn't all,
You know what I'm
But-
saying? I mean, you had your diehards, but every team has their ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like as a Magic fan, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that 95 years ever gonna come back. Like we had some close years with Dwight Howard, but
Yeah, they went to the
Right,
finals.
right, you know what I'm
So,
saying?
I mean, it came back. Thus far, they went with the.
Right.
But anyway, what I'm saying. So when we look at that partnership aspect of it, do you remember the lockout year?
yeah,
We're talking the NBA in the lockout year, when the players decided we're gonna go on a 10-game tour. And remember, owners said for months, "What's that? The whole year? We don't care." You see LeBron and them playing the flag football and stuff, and they say, "You know what? We're going on a 10-game tour. We got stadium secured here, 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 and here." And how fast the negotiations got together, just like that.
That boy can find out that they can do it themselves.
right.
That's just
Exactly
scary.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't these players, retired players,
But that's what
talk
Kyrie
to
Irving
active
been talking
players?
about and stuff too.
And they kill them in the media and make them
No
crazy,
lie.
right?
Well, I mean, they
But
do
why
that.
wouldn't
Because
they-
he knows they can do it.
Yeah.
They would. It would flip
Where did he think-
everything around financially bro. That'll flip the economy around, bro.
It would, and that's my point
The
behind.
billion-dollar contracts that are being signed.
That's my point behind it. Is now you can allow players to have a lot more access because now a true friend, LeBron James, is in there with these guys. So now you know one thing for sure: if LeBron James get in there, you know for a fact 2 people coming behind him, Chris Paul and motherfucking Dwayne Wade. You know they right behind him. He gonna have the information to pass on to his close friends, his homeboys. They solidified in there anyways. They gonna get in there and they gonna okay, boom, boom, boom. We gonna get somewhere and boom, boom, boom. We gonna do this. He gonna set all that shit up. He master planned that shit already.
But this is where it is going to spin all the way full circle, because they can do that, but who owns the televisions, the channels, and stuff like that?
Right.
And nothing trumps what?
Media.
White privilege.
Oh.
Greed doesn't. Money doesn't. They would literally not give the TV access to prove to them guys. They'd have to go to pay-per-view and
Right.
rely on
Another
people
stream on
Right.
that.
and rely on
Right.
people to pay.
But
Right.
you know that
Word
you know
of mouth.
they got people so genius like Jay-Z that'll come out with some type of crazy shit, some streaming platform allow you to
But
get
still,
it
you
for $1.99
gotta
or $0. You could watch the games a day after for
It'd
$0.
be on. It'd be
For
on.
no
It'd be on Instagram Live, like
some shit like that. Yeah, versus battles, motherfucker. The IG versus basketball, some shit like that.
Right.
But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in with the kids, with the guys, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey man, anything y'all got before we get up out of here?
Nope.
Nothing, man. Like you say, support is free.
Support is free, man.
Always.
I appreciate that.
Hey, man, all love. Spread the love.
Spread the love, man. King DanO, that's all you got. Spread the love. Spread.
Subscribe,
What is
man.
it?
Hey, like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Shout out to Cory Mo, Lando. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all having us, man.
Every time.
Yeah, man. It ain't having y'all. We on here. We out here. We living. Hey, man, it's T-Broski. Appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in. Go check us out, man. JuiceBrandClothing.com.
That's Juice Brand.
Go ahead and like and subscribe, man. Jump down in them comments. Tell us what y'all think about this episode.
What's that site again?
JuiceBrandClothing.com. Already. It's T-Broski. BrosTalk. We out this bitch.
Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk.